Hello and welcome to episode 3 of First Click of the Day. Alright, now most of the time I always say, yeah, I do long exposures, so today we will be working with a long exposure. It's at 30 seconds f7, ISO 100 at 11 millimeters. It's a wide angle lens. Alright, so bang, I close down my panels so I can have a little more room to work with. Then the next thing I do is go right here to my highlights. Go to my highlights and pull them down and I open up my shadows. And right after that, before I start doing anything else, I go to lens correction. And I go to auto or vertical. Since there's buildings and a bridge here, I kind of want to do vertical. See what that gives me. It looks that the crop made it look a little strange actually, but we'll see. I'll do auto. Guess it does. It's doing somewhat the same thing, but not as much. All right, well, I'll just go with vertical since I just know the buildings are straight. All right. So right after that, I go back to basics. Then I go and I get my white points. I press the Alt or Option button. And then, since this is 30 seconds, the lights are kind of burnt into the image quite well. So I'll just back it down, and obviously I'm backing it down. I'm minusing it actually now instead of going to the right. And then I'll do the same with my blacks. Get my black points, and bang. So far, so good. It's looking mighty nice. See a little, it's like some type of weird sun glare. Let's just get rid of that right now with the spot healing removal tool. And hopefully this does a good job. Like I said, I don't like to clone. I just like to heal because I just feel it does a better job. And if I zoom in, you can, I won't let me zoom in right now. But if I zoom in, you can see it's really not aligned. So sometimes you just got to move it, make it look more, there we go, more natural, more, like it's, like it belongs there. You don't want to look like it was just a piece just taken from another spot and just thrown into position, Kind of want to just blend it in, almost actually. Yeah, and that looks fine. All right, let's see. Close that out. It doesn't look bad. If you wasn't watching the video and I zoom back out, you can't even tell where I just took that spot from. All right, right? Bang. Moving on. All right, so now I want to get my white balance. It's nighttime. I'm dealing with the city lights and the bridge, the lights on the bridge. And at f7, 30 seconds, it gives me a nice starburst with that Taquina lens. All right, I'll just take my eyedropper and my picker, target a neutral white or gray area, and this says this is the white balance it's giving me. I mean, it's a little super cool, but I feel it could be it's a tad warmer. I'll make some adjustments on my own accordingly to my eye, like how I felt it was the night I was there doing this. Yeah, like +2 for the magenta. And I'm not a big magenta fan. Like I don't just magenta my whole picture. I try to get it as natural. I mean, adding colors is not bad. Sometimes it's called for, but some people just overdo it. They oversaturate, they over vibrance, they over temperature, sometimes they overcool it. And you can over tint it too with the magenta or the green. All right, I'm liking it right about there. Yeah, I like it right about there. It's a nighttime. It's not too warm. The only warm parts I want is just like the lights. That's it. Keep the nice yellow in the lights. All right. So that's all nice and done. Now I'll go to my camera calibrations, and I really like using the actual just camera standard just for the calibrations. See what it did? It just, to me, it just made it a little nice, a little more brighter. And I appreciate that. I'm not gonna just, if you want, you can check, you can go through every option and see what the portrait, neutrals, landscape, faithful, But a majority of the time, I really go with the camera standard calibrations. All right, back to basics. I'll just double check everything. I'm gonna add a little contrast, just a little, not too much. All right, +6 is fine. And some clarity. I'm gonna add a decent. So see, look at the rocks. If you add too much clarity, it just in the water, it just makes things look crazy. So, you just gotta adjust this accordingly, and sometimes you just gotta eyeball it. It's like just eyeball what you're doing. I tend not to go too far on the clarity, like 9. It's like I said, I adjust accordingly. And the vibrance, I push that up just to see. I know it's going to do something hard if I go all the way to the right. But I'll add a little vibrance, because sometimes the clarity does take away the vibrance. Like right there, just a tad, 5. And then I'll do my white point again just to check to see if it switches, would it look better, and it doesn't. So I'll just warm it back up and put that magenta in there. Reset this. All right, it's going a little haywire right now. I don't know why. All right, there we go. Yeah, right there. It's nice. It was a nice, cool summer evening. With some nice clouds floating above. It's exactly what I appreciate. Adds that nice drama to the sky. And there's 2 things I love in the image is a nice dramatic sky. I mean, there's a lot of clouds going on here. There was a lot going on this evening. And a nice smooth, silky smooth water. Actually, and I could see on the water some like flares or glares from the bridge lights or the city lights. So I'm gonna see if I can't get rid of some of these, at least 2 of them. Or maybe all 3 of them. Sometimes this does a wonderful job. And like you gotta move it around. You gotta pick the spot. Like you gotta make things. You gotta align things up. You don't want things looking crazy. This is almost. It doesn't. See the lights are different, so yeah, it won't work here. I mean, I can choose different spots, but I'll get rid of this later on. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Moving on. All right, so far, thus far, everything is looking grand in the basic area. But I think I add a little exposure just to brighten it up a little bit. I mean, it wasn't that dark of an evening. Yeah, there we go. This is right about there, Now I can see I can see the details in the rocks over here a little more, and these look just brilliant right now. These rocks look brilliant. All right. So I just, gave it a little more exposure. And I think I might do a little dodging right now. My brush, I click on my brush, click new, then I double click effects, and it resets all these sliders for me. What I want to do is, just want to dodge this nice little area right here. Just brighten that up real fast, because that looks nice. And right around this water line too, actually. This looks really nice. And if good thing about this is like if it's too much exposure, you could just back it down, Probably add a little right there, right in there. And then I might back this down a tad, just a tad. There you go. That looks more natural. It doesn't look too bright. 20, that's fine actually right there. And I want to do the same for the rocks. So these rocks over here. I'll put this little guy right there, so it's out of my way. And I'll just push the exposure up just so it doesn't matter. how bright the exposure is going on, because you can always, like, you can dodge like this. I mean, so you can see what you're doing, you know. But oh, there we go. Take that away. Yeah, but you could dodge. You know, you work how you work. You know, it's like I can see what I'm doing, and obviously I know that's just way too bright. You know, doesn't look natural at all. So just back that down. Bang, bang, bang. Look at that. And, you know, highlight the rock, bring it out a little bit, but don't overdo it. Just so it's a little more visible to the eye. You know, and yeah. Bang. All right. So I like that. Okay, moving on. Now, the tone curve, like I said, I don't really mess with it too much, but when I do, it's very subtle. So I just see what I get just by moving this around for a hot second. I'm kind of liking what it's doing right now. It's brightening up the overall picture, and it's not clipping. Nothing's being clipped. Like, obviously, I can just go forward more, but I don't want it. I don't want this image that bright. Like, I don't want it too bright. It was nighttime, you know. It was like around maybe, I'd say, let's see, what time was it? Is it a time? Yeah, there we go. It was 9:53 actually. So 30-second exposure at 9:53 in the evening. So try to make it look like it's 9:53, you know. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. And then I'm seeing something. I don't know if this is like a plane or I don't know what that is, but I see it and it's actually bothering me, so I will get rid of this. And you can use your bracket keys to, you know, zoom the brush size down or up, but I have a wheel, I have a trackball, I have a Kingston trackball, so I have a wheel, so I can just turn my wheel and I can just easily do it like that, actually. All right, there we go. Yeah, that one little particular spot was just caught my eye. Like, hey, it's an abstraction. I got to get that out of there. All right. So the tone curve is cool. You know, this is without the tone curve. Yeah, I'm liking the tone curve. So it actually added a nice little punch to it. I won't really touch the hues, colors, and black and white. Split toning, like, I just really don't do that. This is detailing. We're almost done. Look at that. Now, as you already know, just going to sharpen this thing. So I want it to be nice and sharp. But I don't want the water or the sky to be sharp. I just want the bridge and around here, these rocks, these trees, and these nice rocks in your face right here to be sharp, you know? So we'll get to that in a second. Then I'll bump down the radius to like 7. Detail, I knock it up a little bit, 31, bang, 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 you know. Then my luminance, I tend to zoom in on my luminance so I can see what's going on. Probably preferably, the better way to see is like on a brighter area. There we go. This way you can see what the luminance is doing, you know. See, like, it's all grainy here. When you add the luminance, it smooths it out. See what I'm saying? Smooths it right out. I mean, I'm quite sure there's no color noise in here. Yeah, there's no color noise whatsoever. But I'm just gonna, just for, you know, chucks and giggles, I'm just gonna bump that color noise up just a little bit, just to have it there. All right, and then last but not least, I go to masking, and I press my Alt Option key, click on till the whole screen turns white, then move it to the right. Now, everything that's white is being sharpened, and everything that's black is not being sharpened. So that's how you know what's being sharpened. So just the rocks, the outline of, you know, the bridge, the buildings, the rocks, the trees, and right about there is good, I would say. Yes, that's fine for me. And actually, I seen, like, I feel like dodging this rock here a little bit. Don't know why, but there we, yeah, this is exactly what I seen right there. So I was about to say I don't know why. Bang, I know why. And right here, just, you know, because there is some ambient light coming from behind me, so, you know, kind of just want to show off these rocks a little bit. You know, because nice detail in this rock. And then right here in this rock too. Maybe some nice light right there. Let's brighten this up. Shut up. There we go. Alright, I like that. Alright, so that's done. Alright, now sharpening is done, okay. And now, to the lens correction. Alright, so this is like the moment you all been waiting for. The lens correction. As you already know, look for chromatic aberration. I see, there we go, I see some right there, so click on remove chromatic aberration, and it should disappear nicely. So there's no, I tend to click this before I click on enable profile corrections. I don't know, that's just me. I don't know if there's, if it makes a difference or not. I would think so, but I'm not sure. Then I'll have to click and look for my lens, and it should fix any, there we go, any barrel distortion, and any like vignetting that might have been going on. That's what the enable profile corrections does. So if you can't find, like if you're in basics and you can't find, like you click this and it doesn't, you don't see no movement, go to where it says profile, and if it's not just a kit lens, look for your lens. Look for what lens you use and click it, and then your model and your profile and all that should come up. All right. Thinking of cropping, but I think I could actually brighten this image up a tad more. Just 1, 2, and yeah, there we go. I like that. That looks nice. All right. And let me see. Let's see what we would do. How would it look if we cropped this guy just a tad, just a little bit? The back end of the bridge is already cut off, so we're not really losing much. And I could pull this up just a hair down here. Since this is a wide angle lens, it'll look more like a panoramic photo than just one big giant picture. And then bang, there we go. Look at that. Bang, bang, bang. Nice little panoramic kind of image from one shot. I think I could bring the top down a little bit more, make it look a little more panoramic. Yeah, there we go. Right there. Because this is like the railing. It's almost like a leading line right here. So yeah, I think that makes more sense. Oh, yep. All right, and actually, with this particular image, I will add a little vignetting. So, not too much, because right there is fine for me. And then, as so I can get a more grand overall image of what I've done, I would press the F button on my keyboard and send this bad boy right into full screen. And look at that, bang, bang, bang. You get to see up close what you've done. You can't tell that I took some little obstruction from here, and I brightened these rocks up. I like the way that's looking, and I dodged this water a little bit here and there, and over here some. And I dodged on these rocks. I like this like green type of, I don't know what that is, but it could be moss or seaweed or whatever, but. And this nice little white mist on the rocks. It just looks, looks real relaxing, and just, that's just me. I like the night scene. It looks great. We still have these two little lines right here, 1 and 2. But you know what? I always talk about content aware, right? Let's just go inside of. Let's edit this. Like when you want to edit something from Lightroom to Photoshop, I just right click, and then I go to edit. And edit in, and I'll just open in Photoshop CC. Yeah, I just open anyway. I don't know why it's giving me that warning, but all right. Anyway, I'll open this up, and let's just do content aware, just to show you how like powerful that tool is, right? Give this a second. You know, it's a raw file, so it has to import it through Camera Raw. Bang, bang, bang. And here we go. All right. So with the lasso tool, I just circle what I want. Content aware to get ready for me. Circle that. Then I go to edit. I go to fill. Content aware. Normal. And keep this at 100% and press OK. And look at the magic. Oh, well, it really didn't do actually good job this time. Look at this. I mean, it's all right. You can't, like, it's not bad, but you can Apple Z and go back and try again. I'll just do this one first then, see what happens. Normally, like, every time I use this, it works flawlessly. Let's figure it out. See why. Probably just because of the lights, it's having a hard decision. You know, it's trying to be aware of the lights, the dark colors, you know, it's trying to be aware of everything. All right, see right here, it did a great job. Look at that. Perfect. You know, and let's just circle this right here, content aware. Go to edit, fill. Make sure it's on content aware, because there's actually different, you know, categories or different things you can choose from for like 50% gray, white, black, history, pattern. You know, just make sure you click content aware if it's not on there, and just press OK. And once again, it did a brilliant job. Like, it did a brilliant job. It left a little. You can fix that real quick. Let's go to fill. Press OK. And voila. Now let's see if it is smarting up, because it's like it's thinking, like, or it's trying to make calculations, like I would suppose mathematical calculations, because it is light, and it's trying to grab from wherever and merge it into the spot that's damaged, or, you know, not so appealing to the eye. And I mean, this is not bad. This is definitely not bad at all. This is great. And then I would just, after I'm done, I would just quit Photoshop and save, and it will import it right back into Lightroom. Voila! There we go. Look at that. Bang, bang, bang. Now you can't even tell whatsoever. Like, see what I'm saying? I go to the last one. This was before I imported it into Photoshop CC, and now this is after. It's like, you can, you know, did a great job. I must say, did a great job. You know, sometimes you got to try a few times, you know, to see what's really going on, but you did a great job this time around. And all right, so you wrap this up. That's how you use the content aware, and that's how you export it out to Photoshop throughout Lightroom. All right, thank you for joining me in First Click of the Day, episode 3. And if this video helps you in any way, like, subscribe, comment, and bang, bang, bang. We're out of here.